I'm Howard Whiting, Anderson, Island, and I've been up here for about 2 years. Built a house, mainly for the reason I came down. I was wife retired, and I retired. I've been retired. And wanted to get out of the maddening crowd, and avoid all the traffic. Having driving years over I-5 in Portland over the interstate bridge, which is a nightmare, you know. And so we figured, well, it's enough of this. We'll just go where it's more quiet. So we came up here and looked around. And so over here we bought a lot, and then we ran into on the ferry. Was it Bruce? Bruce, who's the his last name's Doctor
Buchanan.
Okay, he was telling us about the island, and but he said it didn't work for Type A personalities because they couldn't handle the ferry. So I don't know. That's it. Reason we came, you know, it's quiet, it's peaceful. My son bought a lot up here also, so we'll probably build later on. And made some pretty good friends on the house so far. You know, it's a little different place to live. You know. You go over to off the island, you get on, you know, you can fight the ferry, and people look at you like, oh, you're one of those people on that. You know? But then you run someone into somebody over that lives here, works there, and then they introduce you, and they, oh, you're island people, you know. Well, I'll see now. That's enough of that for coming to the island. And what prompted you to join the services, and did you have preference for a particular branch? Well, I had a particular preference for the Navy. I lived on the shores of Lake Michigan, and when I was 13, I met the Sea Devil, Count Felix von Luckner, who was, during World War II, was a German raider, sailing a disguised sailing ship, heavily armed, and it looked like any other ship. But the Count was one of the greatest, finest men ever lived. But he said, I will not take a mother's son. I'll fight for my country, but I won't take no life. One person did lose their life when the ship didn't stop, when he was shot, you know, firing warning shots across it. It hit a steam line and it killed a kid, Dennis Page. Von Luckner was heartbroken, sick, and he had a full military honorable funeral at sea. Wrote to the family expressing regret the loss of our friend in this conflict, and then when he got back to Germany, he built a monument for the kid on them. So he wasn't your typical person, and I thought this was I met him when I was 13. I said he was quite just an unbelievable person who told Hitler, no, I will not work to fight with you. So if Hitler burnt his ship in retaliation, and then later von Luckner was at the last major city which wasn't bombed during World War II was Hall, which was 30, 40 miles south of Berlin. So the 94th Infantry Division was coming through there, and they set leaflets that we're going to bomb the city. Well, von Luckner went down and met up with the commander of the 94th, and they said, and there were two newspaper men with them, and they said, well, you can trust him. I mean, he lived 6 weeks as a guest of the head of the Secret Service. And he said, I know where the Nazis are, but there's no reason to bomb here. There's nobody here except old men, women, children, and prisoners of war in the hospital. And so he told them outside where the Nazis are, and he drew a map for them, and then they took the Nazis out by a surprise attack, and then they made him an honorary colonel in the Navy, in the Army, for that. So it was quite a reason to go on, on into the Navy from some of his experiences. And then just, I guess just had a natural preference for that. Anyway, being close to the water all my life. Yeah. And service duties, well, let's see, I was at boot camp at San Diego. And then to electrical school at Great Lakes, Illinois. Got out of there, graduated in 1959. went to Norfolk, Virginia, Little Creek, Virginia, and joined the USS Kleinsmith, APD-134. It's the only ship of its kind to float. And it was just a small ship, which I was looking for. It was 306 feet long, 36 foot and a half or so beam, 150-man complement crew. And so you work real well with everybody on board the ship. And then we were to sail to the Great Lakes to open the St. Lawrence Seaway. In which, of course, the Queen showed up and the whole bit from all that. And we had to get into a parade at Nashville, Ohio. But it was quite a remarkable trip. And we had go down to the St. Lawrence Seaway and sailing the Great Lakes. And then we had guests in Chicago. Even Ann Landers came on board. So it was different, but we were a very fun ship. And then we were told that some guy named Dwight D. Eisenhower and John Foster Dulles, I was standing on the rear deck. This gentleman came up with his long coat and a briefcase handcuffed to his arm, and he says, "Where's the wardroom?" That's straight ahead on the port side. So he went up there, and the next day we got room. Scuttlebutt was that we're going to Taiwan. And we're to pick up nationalist Chinese sailors in San Diego and train them to run the ship. So that was the longest unescorted trip of any ship of its size. And also we were the first ship to enter the Great Lakes since the War of 1812, armed. So we got a man of war's man certificate for all that. And then, but anyway, we picked up, the Chinese landed 3 days early, which upset our captain because he had his family waiting in Acapulco. So we had to sail by Acapulco and forget that one, went to San Diego. But we had a priority number, which was directly issued by Eisenhower to go, I don't care who, what, or how you run into, you outrank them. I don't care if it's an admiral or who it is. So that was okay. So we got coming to San Diego. I said, well, you're going to have to anchor out and run your boats. And he said, no, we're not. We're going to pull it. The captain said, we're going to pull it to the pier. I'll hit the jetty at 22 knots. I will back down. I will pull to the pier, and my crew will go on liberty for 3 days. So as we pulled in, there was a ship hauling out of there just as fast as it could go. So then we picked up the Chinese. Boy, you try and train a Chinese electrician. And the language barrier and the rest of it, and it was fun. The most notable one of all, except almost wrecking the ship, they wrecked the electrical controls on the ship. It was all electric drive. I turn around, this Chinaman, he's pulling the fuses out of the motors. What the heck are you doing? Oh, see, it's still run. I saved fuse for later. I said, give me that damn fuse. So you're burning the motor up. You know, here's a three-phase motor. He's pulling out the B phase. It's a run on the two. Yeah, it's what needed single-phase motors. But that was a heck of a good trip. We had a good time. We went to Guam and we sailed north, where we didn't even shut the radar off, out of the shipping lanes, because we had to dump all armament and nothing. Not a 45 on board. That if we got stopped by the Chinese, Red Chinese, then we would have been in deep trouble because we had national Chinese sailors on board and were armed, and that would have been not too good. Which was a problem because we had turned the radar off for 10 days and came in at night into Chinese waters and lost power. Went dead in the water. So the chief electrician, McDonald, and he ran down and secured the boilers, got enough steam. And I pulled him up as he passed out and laid him on the deck. And we ran down, we restarted the generators and got things going. Once the generators are going, we could start everything else. I'll back up again. We're sitting there going, we're just right offshore of Red China. Do you imagine if we're sitting out here for a day or so and dead in the water, what would happen to us? We'd still be in a, Chinese prison. So then, of course, I had some duty as a prisoner escort, and that was kind of interesting. And in the process of it all, we ran into John Kennedy, who was docked his ship, his plane, what do you call it? I've forgotten. He had a name for his plane. And he was docked where he could see where we were, and we could see him, and then next to us was a B-51 bomber. Well, one of the guys got off the plane and was walking around that B-51 bomber. The air police came out to arrest him. And I said, what are you doing? Oh, we're going to take him in. He goes, well, yeah, but there's 9 of us and we're armed. There's only 2 of you. You're not taking a man off military duty, you know. So Admiral aboard, who was a doctor, was Kennedy's doctor, said, what's going on back there? So I went up and I said, well, they're trying to arrest some of our sailors for touching that B-51. He picked up the phone and said, pass me through to the president. John, they're trying to take one of our sailors. I'll handle it. He looks out the window. You know. So I did, well, this is going to be good. So I went back and watched the poor air police pick up the phone. And this is the commander-in-chief. You will release that sailor immediately. Boy, if I had a picture of that guy's face when that would have been a classic. So we told him, well, you guys forgot Kennedy was in the Navy, not the Air Force. So that was kind of a thing to remember. Memorable fellow service members. Well, one was an admiral, Admiral Eugene Fluckey, who was known as Lucky Fluckey. And he is the most decorated man in military history. 4 Navy Crosses and the Congressional Medal of Honor. He would come down to the engine room and sit with me. He said, well, okay. And he said, can I change the load on the generators? And I said, well, we're not going to tell the admiral he can't touch the generators. You know, it's your ship, go for it. So he'd go in and play with those, and he'd sit there and chat for a while, you know. Then, and this is the admiral. And he said, well, see, I didn't run back up above. And we hit something, and when you hit something, you have to investigate whether there was any damage to the hull or whatever. So we're getting ready to send the guys over, and here comes little Flucky in his wetsuit and tanks over the side. He swims underneath the ship, checks, okay, we're okay, let's go, let's move on. So, you know, there's a guy, there's a sailor, and he was the only man to set foot, his crew, on Japan soil during World War II. He went into Tokyo Bay, and he went another town in 6 feet of free water, sunk a train, a blue train up, knocked out the radio station, and went into Tokyo Bay and dropped that Japanese carrier coming out, the last carrier they had, and dropped that with the bow shot. And he had sunk more things than any military man had in the submarine corps. He didn't even get credit for all of it, but you know. But he was just one heck of a nice guy. His light wasn't working one night, so I got a phone call. Oh, my light's blinking, drive me nuts. Okay, so I went, this is going to be, oh, new God. So I went, I just didn't fix it, I just rebuilt the whole thing. I had a new one. Do you mind if I test it? No, I don't mind if you test it. So he kicks the desk as hard as he could, and he blinks. Oh, great job, thanks a lot. So this was the kind of guy you really appreciated. He had to have honored. And our prior captain, Clyde Smith, was another guy. I thought he used to call once in a while, but he made full captain in the Navy, he was at the Pentagon. But he never forgot anybody who was on the ship, who went to cruise to Taiwan. He was one of those guys you die for anyway. He was just another human being. Told the officers, if it comes to a conflict of something between you and the crew will win every time. Don't even think about it, you will not win with an argument with the crew. So I was holding a 100-pound box of potatoes. And Lieutenant Brockelman came by, pushed me a little bit and got out of the way, and I dropped the potatoes. Well, Earl Parham reached over, grabbed him by the back of the neck, and a big, strong, black guy used to come down and hang off the ladder, 145-pound barbell. 1, 2, 3, I'll see you later, Howard. And then, so he's got and pulled him up against the bulkhead, slams him back, and says, look, hey, we're working here. We're on ship's duty trying to look, when you come through here and So he puts him down and he'll run straight into the wardrobe, right? Well, I found out later, Brockelman was not a friend of the captain. He said, okay. So he happily comes out and goes down the line, and he says, now it gets to me. And he said, well, I'm gonna, wait, let me just ask you some questions. Answer yes or no. He said, were you on ship's duty? Yes, sir. And you were loading past storage, goods for our cruise, next cruise? Yes, sir. And then Lieutenant Bronkelman pushed you a bit, and you lost your balance and dropped the potatoes. Yes, sir. Then Parham stopped Mr. Bronkelman from causing any further damage or disruption or injury to the crew. I said, yes, sir. And then he just turned to Bronkelman, you're touching on one of my men, you SOB, I'll court-martial your ass out of this man's navy. And that's the captain you'd work for. He stuck up for the crew, yeah. So that was one of the notable things. Then later, of course, I was transferred to the Pocono, which was where Admiral Fluckey was. And we went from there, we sailed all over from there. By the time I finished the rest of the cruise, I get that. So all together, I got the Italy, Spain, France, Greece, Turkey, Jamaica, Curacao, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, Guam, Wake, Taiwan. Got around pretty good, you know, in the Black Sea and everything else. So I was really glad I made that choice because I wanted to see the world anyway. It was a good way to have done it. Family was very supportive. I mean, I was 21 years old. I figured, well, I'm going to get drafted. I'll just pick, you know, go on to the Navy. And that was about it. And I never had any regrets about having done my time in the service, in the military, or aboard the ship. Aboard the ship, a little rough being a short patrolman for a while, and breaking up fights and whatnot. But that was, you know, just part of the draw. You get what they give you, and you do it, you know. I was a permanent short patrol for about 2 months, and I was a prisoner escort for about 2 out of the 4 years I was in the service. So that's about it.
Thank you.
Nope.